Now, WNWY. Reports across the globe from What's News with You. With comedians Josh Johnson and Ashley Gavin. And you, our reporters in the field. What's News with You?
It's great to see you.
It's good to see you. So today, we have no guest. You are sitting on your own face.
I sit on my own face.
Does your back hurt? Does that hurt your back to sit on your own face? It seems impossible.
Josh, some things are worth it.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes no pain, no gain.
Yes.
So, I gotta sit on my own face sometimes.
Speaking of exercise and stuff, how have you been doing? Like, I know you were doing like exercises, and you had like, remember we talked about the back stuff?
Yes,
like,
I'm doing so much better actually.
Yeah.
I discovered that something that's really helpful for me is just getting a fuck ton of steps in.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really trying to get a lot of steps in, and that is, I'm not 100%, but I would say it's alleviated the pain by like probably 50-60%.
Wow.
So that's been huge for me.
Jeez. Yeah. Because I saw this thing that said, you're not old, you're stiff.
Yes.
And that, like, honestly, it's so annoying.
You got to keep moving.
It's so annoying that, like, you'll come across a sentence that is one of the most obvious things, but you'll be like, that is life-changing. Because then you have, especially because you got to remember, I grew up in the South. And so your approach and your understanding of like what aging does to you just seems so inevitable. It really is being like in the Northeast or out West or other places where you see people do these things like specifically for longevity.
Yeah.
Like the South is big on driving. You end up driving everywhere. There aren't, depending on what neighborhood you're in, there aren't necessarily walk paths. Like a lot of the places that I lived when I was growing up didn't even have a sidewalk.
That does sort of explain why you see like really decrepit, curled up motherfuckers in Europe just walking the streets.
Yeah.
And like climbing bell towers.
Portugal's like pavement is not friendly to a lazy person.
Yeah.
Like not only is it low-key slippery, it's like cobblestones that like if it rains, you have to start paying attention to every step.
We're not really of the people right now that we're like, the cobblestone in Lisbon is so slippery.
Look, no. I reject that fully because the people in Lisbon know what we're talking about.
That's true.
The people in Lisbon are like,
thank you, lesbians of Lisbon. Lesbians. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. This is what we're here for.
I was going to put in a joke there. I did not love, first of all, you remembered to ask me, which at first I thought was really thoughtful, Josh. I thought, Josh remembers my back pain. What a nice guy.
Uh-oh.
And then you were like, do you understand what's about to happen to you? You said, you're not old, you're stiff. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
And you were like, hey, that reminds me of Ashley. I should check in on her back pain.
No, that reminded me of me.
Okay, good.
That reminded me of me because here's the thing. I've only now, this is going to sound very dumb, but I basically took like half a decade off of really paying attention to like my hip mobility.
Your hip mobility?
Yeah. Like I when I was in college, I would do squats and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
And then like I would run and I would cycle a little bit, but just on like stationary bike, whatever. Then when I start working out in New York.
Yeah, you got to get your arm and shoulder I've seen the gains, Josh.
That's very kind.
The top half of you is blowing up.
What's
going on with leg day, buddy?
It's getting there, you know? My legs are getting some lines on them.
Oh, sorry. Sometimes I'm just so gay. Like the idea of imagining a man with lines on his legs, I'm like, oh, man legs. Sorry, I know this isn't why you brought this up, but men's legs are truly some of the grossest things I've ever seen. Yours aren't that thick, so it doesn't bother me, but like you don't have like thick legs because you haven't been working on them. You have like nice little skinny legs, like lady legs, which I love.
I've never seen a coin.
Alex, your legs are disgusting.
What? Why?
What is happening?
They're too thick.
Yeah, they're.
What
dope.
do you mean they're too thick?
I don't like men's legs.
Those are the legs that like lift you up when the building's on fire and
Not
you passed
me.
out.
Oh, not me.
You're telling me. You're
Now,
telling me.
definitely not you.
You're
for what you're
telling
saying
me.
about my legs.
Don't save me. Do not resuscitate. If the first thing I see are legs, DNR.
You're telling me in a situation where we've gone full Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and you have been knocked out by a beam in a burning building and you're laying there and then some firefighter or Spider-Man.
I understand what getting knocked out is without a comic book reference, but you keep going.
No. I'm painting a picture right now.
I know what a fire is without a reference to Batman.
Don't you dare do this to me right now.
Completely. This isn't relatable at all, fire. She doesn't know what that is. Let me work in some Marvel.
I am painting a scene because I want you to tell me this is what would happen. So you're saying you're knocked out, beam over you, firefighter shows up, happens to be a man with thick legs because there's a test you have to pass to become a firefighter that you need pretty thick legs to pass. And you're telling me you would wake yourself up, move the beam yourself and be like, actually, I'll walk out.
I think that I would be instilled with the power of Superman if I saw my kryptonite man legs approaching me. Two of them, by the way. There's always two.
So now you over here talking about you only a comic book reference, blah, blah, blah. That's not how kryptonite works. Kryptonite doesn't make Superman stronger just so he see a kryptonite coming. Ooh, I'm gonna get so strong I get away from the kryptonite.
Okay, fine. Like a woman lifting a car off her child.
Yeah.
Legs,
which she would need thick legs to do.
Yeah.
Not if you have the maternal love of a woman.
Oh, just so you know, in those scenarios, her joints turn to jello. If you don't think you like thick legs, just imagine a full
thick
jello
legs
joints.
On a woman is wonderful.
Yes, I agree. Because I'm not.
I think we all agree.
hater.
I think American.
Yeah, I think that's a fair statement.
Yeah.
But what's that have to do with your thesis?
What's that have to do with your hate for men's legs?
I don't really know when we started. I just hate man legs.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just wanted to point that out to you.
Jesus.
Because I was saying I was working
You're
on my
also
hip
relatively
mobility.
hairless.
Yeah.
So I feel like your leg wouldn't disturb me. I don't like a thick, hairy leg on a man.
I mean, I guess the hair could be a choice to a degree. So a swimmer's legs on a man don't bother you? Like Michael Phelps' legs.
I'm trying to think if I've ever seen his legs, but don't they wear like long bodysuits?
Not all the time.
Alex, can you pull up a picture of Michael Phelps's legs, please?
So you're telling me, so it's not the muscle that grosses you out. Is it because those, I'll tell you this right now. It
is purely the circumference.
This might blow your mind and this might upset you, but like, women have stronger hips and legs than men.
I love women's hips and legs.
And so if it's the circumference, women's legs are bigger.
They have a different shape.
Not fit. When fit women get like bodybuilding women get their the
I don't
same
mind
look.
that. I don't mind. I think women are beautiful.
This is just
I mean, there's
sexism.
There's no crazy shot of his
Excuse me. I would like to hear you. I want to hear you speak about men's legs in a way that you find them beautiful.
Honestly, Michael Phelps doesn't even have the thickest legs.
Look at those legs. Those are gorgeous lady legs.
Those are very fit legs, though. So that's why I'm asking you if it's the fitness that bothers you.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't like that.
But that's
like
not even
from the
that
side
big legs.
there. I don't like that. That I'm fine with.
This is wild. This is wild. It is like this has got to be what like. I don't know. This is. I feel like what we're experiencing right now as men with legs is what like something of a version of what it feels like when a woman pitches an idea in a meeting and then no one hears it, and then like 2 minutes later a man pitches the same idea and everybody's like, "I love it."
Yeah, but
these are low key women's legs. Like what Michael Phelps is working with right now, I have seen on multiple women.
I like that they're waxed. Michael, thank you for doing that for me.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it.
I know exactly how to explain it. You've got a special rule. and it's that you
Josh,
don't like
what
men's
I'm
legs.
hearing
It doesn't
is that
matter
you
what the men's
want
legs
to
look like.
force me to be into men's legs. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing kind of a conversion.
I'm not trying to force
therapy
anything.
situation going on.
I'm saying your reasoning for not liking men's
you mean
legs.
my innate homosexuality that I was born with?
It is some flimsy reasoning. If you just said you don't like men with legs, I'd even get that over. Like,
I don't like men with legs.
All right, we're there.
I don't like men.
Yeah.
Is that enough for you, Josh?
The legs was enough.
Have I proven my point?
There's not real much of a point, but like the legs thing.
It is a point. The point is that I'm gay and you don't want me to be gay.
Who said that?
You said that. You said, why don't you want to kiss men's legs? I think that's how you said it.
I specifically said that some of your reasoning around the legs is not making sense to me, because if you just did top half of the leg, like you went from shin to quad, I don't think you'd be able to tell a lot of men's legs versus women's legs.
Alex, I'm going to need you to make a panel of legs for a future episode.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now, because
leg panel.
When women are working out, when they've got their leg game on point,
yeah.
You
I'm not
going
to try to guess the gender. I'm just gonna give my feeling on the leg, whether or not I think it's a nice leg.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And you will. Whew. Huh.
I want your legs to be in there.
You will be surprised at yourself.
I want you to submit your own legs.
Mm.
So this is, I decided for whatever reason, we need data on this. And I looked up the most attractive body part according to women on men. And this is from builtwithscience.com. They did a study, I suppose, on this, a panel asking women. Legs actually lower kind of short.
Yes,
so maybe
of course.
Ashley's onto something here.
Yeah, arms,
legs.
shoulders, that's what women like.
I'm not
Oh,
talking,
I think this might be helping your guys' point.
maybe a little bit.
How
but,
so?
But my thing is,
to hear that.
you're squinting hard. Why?
Sorry, I'm doing some analysis.
Yeah, you didn't squint hard at my good point that you can't even tell the difference, but you're squinting hard at this. That's wild.
Listener, I am not squinting.
Not now, but there was a second there where you were. Oof.
Here, I'll zoom in. Here, look, listener, on the screen. Whoa, what is that? That's
Let's move on.
Sure.
Wait,
So,
you're working on your legs?
yes,
You were talking about your hip mobility.
Yeah. So, hip, ankle, and back mobility are just things because we, this is how it's been explained to me, because we like play less and do less, like full range activities as we get older. It's like you think that you're getting bad at it, and it's literally
You
just
gotta
like
hula
not.
hoop.
You just got to hula hoop. You got to climb.
Skip it.
Bouldering.
Yes. Yes.
You gotta even just jump rope.
Yeah.
Just jump rope. And so I've just been trying to do a little bit more of that stuff and get more excited about using my body and everything.
That's so nice, Josh. I love hearing that.
Doing my best. Yeah. And then
Are you a graceful person?
Not at all. No, I wish I was.
I'd love to see you boulder.
You would love to see me hurt myself. Yep. Because also,
I'm not graceful at all.
The thing
because I'm stiff.
Yeah,
I'm stiff.
The thing with bouldering as well is that it's so hard to not do the things that you feel like are, was the word, innately the thing to do. So like you want to grip and you want to squeeze and you want to do all this stuff that's really just going to exhaust you, when really the people who are good at it,
yes,
they let themselves hang.
Yes.
And then they plan their next move.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm like, and
yeah,
then
you
now
got that
I have no
90
grip
degree
strength.
and really you want your arm to be straight. Yeah. Lesbians love bouldering. So unfortunately I know a lot about this.
Wow. Why unfortunately? Why don't you go Why don't you go watch people do it and then be like, oh, you look exhausted. That was so hard what you did. And
you're
you know
a flirt with them?
Yeah.
I don't know why I've never picked up women at the bouldering
you
gym.
You cannot just now be considering this. This is wild.
Well, I know why.
I'm so lazy.
You can't really boulder.
Yeah, but you don't have to boulder.
What is your fucking problem, Alex?
No, you don't have to.
You do have to boulder a little bit.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You just got to roll up in there and rent shoes and then let them boulder for you. Let them boulder
Jen and I
you.
went on a really fun rock climbing date at Chelsea Piers. That was so fun.
All you got to do, rent the shoes, lay the shoes down. It's like bowling. Let them boulder for you.
Yeah.
Just be like, wow, look at you.
Yeah,
all the way
maybe
up there.
ask for some tips.
Nice and strong. Yeah. Oh, can you help me up?
I made
to the
some
next
women
step?
laugh when I was bouldering. That
Okay.
felt nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I fell. It was like a dramatic one where you had to like run across the wall.
Yeah.
You know, like crazy starts like that where
I think
you're
they
like,
call it traversing.
it wasn't even traversing. It was like
Ooh.
maybe technically because it was horizontal, but you had to. There were these like triangles sticking out that you had to run on and then grab. Like it was
Yes.
crazy. It was like a jumping start.
That's
I didn't do it, and they did laugh at me.
Mm.
I have a kind of an update that I want to share because something
Okay.
insane happened to me.
Yeah.
Can we get the name of the show, the intro, real quick?
Oh yeah.
Welcome to What's News with You, the news show about everything that's not in the news. If it's important, it's probably not here.
Yeah, if it would be helpful for your life, we are not going to cover it today.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes we'll do it by accident, and it is purely an accident.
Yeah.
Yeah. But today we have no guest anchor. We just are anchoring.
Yeah.
We're anchoring the show. We are the two anchors holding the ship in place.
I think you've done enough.
All right.
I was in Phoenix this weekend and I had written, I don't want to like get into it because it's news, but I had written some stuff about Charlie Kirk's assassination. And I'm having trouble with writing about it because I have two things kind of going on in my mind. I have the actual fascism that we are living under and how that is on the rise. And then I also have the division between Americans that I think we both need to treat each other a little nicer. And those things are at odds, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You're like, I'm not touching this with a 10-foot pole.
It's mostly I was waiting because I want to like fully have your thing and then I want to bring up the other thing.
The other thing.
Yeah, yeah. There's apparently been a spike there's been a spike in Russian bot misinformation that's like completely like
I am not surprised at all.
I'm not saying that we are not to blame like quite a bit for our own division, but like it is also being stoked while
100%.
While also some very weird stuff is happening.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's so many things happening. It's hard. This is kind of my point. It's hard to write a set when every day there's a critical new piece of information that undermines the thing you're trying to say.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's what
absolutely.
I'm sort of struggling with right now with like writing about it. And I think it's really important to write about it. But basically, one of the things while I was writing about it, I still think there was no way to interpret that I was like a Charlie Kirk guy. You know?
This is what happened to you?
Well, I'm going to get to it.
Okay.
I don't know what happened to me.
Okay.
And I want to get your feedback
Sure.
on, and Alex too. We can do some research. What the fuck happened to me?
Okay.
Because I said in the set, he has said some really hateful, bigoted things. And I said that in the set very clearly. After the set, after my entire hour, I do my hour of material and then I did like 20, 30 minutes on this at the end. So it was a long show.
Yeah.
This person in the audience said to me, that was so great. I want more. And she like went like this to me. This symbol.
Yeah.
She had a date there.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, we're going to do photos. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, what are you doing? And she was like, what do you mean? And I was like, okay, I'll see you for the photos.
And this is from the audience?
From the audience. She's
Okay.
right up front.
Got you.
We start doing photos. She's like flirting with me a little bit.
Yeah.
And she keeps going like this to me.
Yeah.
And I go, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
And she has this date and she's like flirty and going like this. And I go,
Now is her date a woman as well?
yes, her date's a woman as well.
Okay.
And I go, do you want to have a threesome? Like, what are you saying to me? And she was like, no. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go myself because that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
And then I go into the green room and I say to my opener, I was like, I don't know what just happened to me. This woman kept going like this to me. And I was like, I thought she wanted a threesome.
Yeah.
And he goes, I think this is a white supremacist
Yeah.
call.
Yeah.
And I was like, I remember that some people said that. I
We're
don't
being,
like that
like,
I kept
cheeky.
doing this in the. Now that I'm saying that, actually, I really hate that I did that. My point is, and maybe we could blur it, Alex.
You want to blur it?
I don't know. What do you
I don't
think?
think
I
you're
don't
gonna
want
get in
anyone thinking
trouble.
I'm doing that.
I don't. Yeah, but you're telling the story, so
Right.
you kind of need to show.
It's it's like the okay sign.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
is she holding up three fingers? Is she saying okay? In the back of my mind, I like remember learning that this was like a symbol at one point.
Admittedly, I don't know everything about it.
Yeah.
But I do know that it was like a cheeky thing in like 2017 to present.
Right.
But now less people do it. So it's like it was a big thing in 2017. And then it is like, at least from what I've seen, has slowly started to die off. So it is kind of crazy that someone is doing like a retro sign.
I just don't understand how she could have interpreted me that way. I think because part of my set was trying to make the point that the American system is broken.
Yeah.
And it's time to stop fighting each other and instead redirect at rebuilding our political system in a way that actually benefits us.
Yeah.
And I think she heard that call for unity in a way that like,
Maybe.
that's the only thing I can think of.
I wanted to troll you so bad just
Please
now.
troll me.
I decided not to do it because then I think you would be in your head, but I was about to be like,
I troll you.
Ashley, that's 100% Nazi talking.
I would have loved that, Josh. I troll you every episode.
Yeah, but this one, I can see the real concern on your face. And
I just like am like, I don't think I said anything. I truly believe in the set, but man, I'll
tell you
I
this.
found that so deeply. The reason I keep coming back to it is because how insistent she was at flashing me that
signal
in a specific way. She never went like this or like did any other gestures.
Yeah.
That
you want?
Oh, sorry, I cut you off. I just did some research into the gesture and what it could mean. I mean, the big evidence I'm going off of is the ADL's sort of categorization and information on this. And even they say you need to use caution when evaluating it because the majority of cases it's just, okay. That's the like standard meaning, even still.
Yeah.
But there is, like you said, around 2017, that's when it became like a hoax that it was a thing, that it was a right-wing sort of symbol. And a white nationalist symbol, and then it started being used ironically and widely in sort of a troll way.
Yeah.
And then that kind of stopped, but now there is like a small subsect of people who are like started using it unironically.
And it's also
in the standard meme sort of life cycle.
And
but
that's
not common.
Yeah, that's the big issue is that it's like it was slightly a hoax that's what was happening. Then it was like serious for a second. Then it was like ironic because then people would be like, let's troll them by making them think we're, you know what I mean? Like almost like gamers will like say a bunch of racist stuff in the chat.
Yeah.
Just to like get a reaction out of people. Then it was like, okay, the only people doing this are meaning to do it because of all the context and blah, blah. And now it's almost completely gone away.
Except for this woman in Phoenix.
And that means that this woman in Phoenix, there's a chance. Look, there's one of two things that was happening. Either she was trying to get with you, and then when you called it out, she did the panic thing that you do when you have a crush on somebody. Because like I've had crushes on people before that were just like, would you like to get lunch? And I'm like, oh, I don't eat. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Or this is a loser.
Yeah.
Because then even if you're like a white supremacist, there's so many better ways to
oh
troll
my God.
than like a symbol that people don't fully understand.
There is one final possibility of what it could be. She could have been flashing the United Macedonian salute, which is the salute for Macedonians seeking to unite greater regions contained within different countries in the Balkans.
So
I think that's what she was doing. I think that was what she was doing personally.
I do think it would be really wild if, yes, someone who was like a deep, like hardcore right-wing advocate came to your show unironically with good intentions, wanted to meet you and a date. And like, cause and this is just, I feel like we talked about you doing like a character on stage, sometimes stuff like that, but the actual comedy you do is pretty straightforward.
Yes. When I'm roasting, I get a little.
Do you know what I mean? Like when you are talking about something sincerely, that is like what you would say.
Yes.
In lots of different scenarios. And so, I don't know. But to be fair, I will say this. Most of my friends who have like a real following of people who come to their shows and they can guarantee to like sell out a club or something like that, do have pockets of people in there that they don't really know how they got there. They just like their stuff. So for instance, for me, I have like at least a few people who like me and like what I do, but also really like Elon.
Yes.
And I'm like, I don't know where.
I actually 100% get that.
But then
that makes perfect sense to me, actually. With you,
I've spoken out against like what Elon has said and done enough times that they should know that if Elon did anything in the news,
but they think if you get to know Elon, you'll feel differently.
Maybe that's what they think. But I've been, some of the only times I've been booed were
really?
Yeah, and not by a lot of people. Like a clear small minority of people will get mad at me if I start talking about Elon, and not even talking about Elon in a way that's like nasty. I'll just literally be saying what happened.
Yeah.
I'll be like, well, Doge made cuts that are going to make the job of the VA harder. And it is wild for like someone who like came under here under like false pretenses. Like, didn't he not have the right paperwork or something? Like he technically did the like quote unquote illegal alien move of like getting over here. And then now that's the person who cut VA funding and like cut jobs, like said that they found redundancies in jobs for the Veterans Affairs, that there's no way that's the case.
Yeah.
Like most of the veterans I know have trouble getting a hold of somebody and getting their thing handled quickly. And so now you've made it even harder. And then there was someone that was booing at that. And at first I thought they were booing that he did that.
Yes.
Then as I kept going, they kept booing. And I was like, what? Like,
did you respond? Or did you just have him kicked out?
I responded like honestly, it was like the third time. Because at first I thought they were booing the thing, which plenty of people do.
Yeah.
Then when they kept booing, because I was doing a whole set on Doge, because it was when Doge was at its height. And so then when they kept booing, I was like, that's weird. Are you like, because there are now two things that are completely unrelated. Mm-hmm. So I was like, look, maybe there's a chance that this is a veteran who also works in education. But like, do you know what I mean? Like that's possible.
Yeah.
But then when I was just talking about Elon and how he's like the richest man in the world, and he could be going about improving people's lives in such a material way that is like just giving the money, then they kept booing. And I was like, oh, what's happening? Like that's when I stopped and I was like, oh, what's happening? And then they said something. I don't think they said leave Elon alone, but they said something to that effect.
Yeah.
And then everyone started yelling at them. And then I think they just left.
That was quick, yeah.
But I was like, oh, that's weird. If you're a deep, hardcore fan of Elon and everything he's doing, that you would also
you have to remember they don't watch everything you do. Like when people come, they haven't seen everything and they don't put the pieces together. The thing that I get, not a lot, because I don't want people to think that there's any. If you've seen my current set, you know how trans positive it is. But I have TERFs who follow me, and I just wanted. That's where my overlap, like hardcore lesbians that are like lesbians are women, and they're women. No trans women aren't women, and get out of our lesbian bars. I sometimes see that in my following. And I would just like to know if that's you. Fuck the fuck off. I don't want your money. White lesbians, stop being TERFs and stop being white supremacists. Please. You're ruining it for the rest of us out here.
So should we hear from our field correspondents?
Let's do it.
We're going to go to our field correspondents. Thank you so much for submitting your news, especially if you paid to do so.
I almost thought you weren't going to do it. Like you started a different way.
Patreon.com/WNWY to prove that you're better than other people.
And that's not what you're proving. What you're proving is that you
if
care
you're a
about
white
our
supremacist, you haven't donated yet.
Whoa. So
TERFs don't donate.
What ends up happening?
Prove that you're not a TERF by going to patreon.com/WNWY.
That's not how you prove it. When you are listening to the show, and if you appreciate Alex and his work, if you appreciate what we do, and you want to help us keep
and
the
you
literal
don't hate
lights
black
on,
people.
I would say this is insane. This is every week. I just try to get through a very thankful message to you, the listener.
I don't know why you're praising white supremacists right now.
That's not what's happening.
It feels
no one
like
thinks that's what's happening besides you. No one thinks that's happening. No one is saying that.
I know that it's happening. I don't think
you're
that woman
the
was
only
donating to
one saying anything like this.
WNWY.
So thank you for writing
Correlation is causation.
Thank you so much for your field reports. We appreciate
and your
you.
money.
And you can submit your reports to 412-679-NEWS and we'll listen. But today we have a submission from an executive producer on the
Thanks
Patreon.
for being executive
Thanks
producer.
for not being racist.
That's not the same as this.
This one comes from executive producer.
Petering off.
This one comes from executive producer Hugo.
Hugo, thank you so much.
Hello, everyone listening to this. Thank you for the podcast. It is very entertaining. My name is Hugo, and I'm calling in from France to tell you about some
Pause it. What kind of radio program is Hugo running?
I mean, honestly, I feel like the wrong people have the mic right now. I think this should all be Hugo.
I want to start listening to Hugo's podcast.
Yeah.
Notch neighborhood drama that's been happening in my apartment building. I have these two neighbors. One is a white man in his 30s. The other one is a black lady with a young son. So these two have been in conflict for a very long time, and just to illustrate the depth of it, whenever the man tries to talk to the lady, she pretends that she doesn't understand French. And we know for a fact that she does, because whenever we talk to her, she understands everything. Now, in a second, you will understand why this choice of action on the part of the lady.
I already believe her. The amount of things that I've had to do to get a man to stop bothering me, they never make sense. I am always telling men that I have a boyfriend because that is the only thing that will register with them. You have to tell, pretending to not speak a language might sound like an irrational, crazy thing.
No, it doesn't sound
crazy. But when
to
you're
me at
dealing
all.
with men, you have to say something that makes no sense.
It does not sound crazy to me in the least.
Okay,
good. This thing right now, the boyfriend thing is just so funny because I can see you telling a man you have a boyfriend while holding Jen's hand.
Yes.
Like that's so.
We have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
He is our boyfriend.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, okay.
And he's made of guns.
You can you can tell a man you're gay and he will not stop bothering you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you tell a man you have a boyfriend, he will leave you alone.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, you're property. So I totally understand.
Yeah, no, the language thing makes a ton of sense. I think I would do that even if I wasn't scared. If I lived in another country and someone just seemed annoying, I'd be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a very peaceful evening, nothing was happening. And then at some point we hear the man arrive at the lady's door, slam his fist in her door and yell, and I quote, ma'am, your son is shat out the window. Which, first of all, wild accusation. Why would you ever think that a boy, who is, by the way, 4 years old, would defecate out a window?
Can you pause it? That would be when it would happen.
I was about to say.
Like I could see little man doesn't think he'll make it to the bathroom. Open the window just enough.
I can see it.
I like not being able to make it to the bathroom in your apartment.
Can you?
You're like, I gotta go out the window.
Yeah, but no, people don't make it to the bathroom in their apartment all the time. When you have to throw up, or you have to whatever. Like
yeah, that's true.
Has this happened to you?
When I was a little kid.
Oh my God.
When I was a little kid, I woke up.
I was just trolling, and you're like,
I
let me
woke up
tell
with
you.
my stomach on fire and started running for the bathroom. Was literally in front of the bathroom, and then I just threw up.
Oh,
like
sure. We've all had a time where a receptacle.
Yeah, you couldn't
That's
get
right.
to it.
Yeah.
But I think a kid might be like, look, I could leave the room. Or
Yeah.
I could open the window. Because also it's such a, like, not saying parents shouldn't believe their kids about stuff, but that's such a wild lie. I would at least think for a second, maybe my kid did something. Maybe they poured pudding out the window or something.
Right. Maybe
Because,
something
like,
else fell out of the window.
This isn't a common, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
An adult, like let's say you're in a situation where you are like walking in a store or something like that, and someone's been following your kid in the store, and then the person following your kid's like, they were stealing. It's like, that's a common accusation of anyone you were already following in a store because you followed them because you thought they were going to steal.
Mm-hmm.
Pooping out a window
Yeah, it's pretty.
are not words I've heard together before.
Yes. Something happened.
Something happened.
Yeah.
And maybe nothing happened. Maybe that's why she's like,
Yeah, maybe.
I don't
yeah,
even
that's true. Yeah.
speak
Yeah.
French.
Years old would defecate out a window, which is on the 3rd floor. Impossible without external assistance, let's say. Second of all, that day I was working from home, so I know for a fact what happened. Because I went out for lunch and I saw that on the sidewalk, right under those windows, someone had dropped a chocolate Magnum ice cream. And of course, it was a hot day, someone stepped in it.
Pause. If there's a stick in the poop, it's not poop.
Not only is it not poop, but how much fiber do you think somebody getting to be able to pass stick? That's crazy. That's great. You ate the whole Magnum bar and then it came out the same way it went in.
Bro.
Is a crazy thing to believe.
Damn.
Imagine you're out of, like, you got to be so out of your mind to be like, ooh, that's poop and I know exactly where it came from.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say, and it came from above. The poop is on the ground.
Yeah.
It could have come from.
Now, don't get me wrong. If there is a splatter pattern, you might consider that maybe it came from, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because as an example, when I walk to work, there are a lot of people with dogs, and these people with dogs do not care at all to pick up after their dogs. So I have to actually be looking at the street before I get to work. I have to actively be looking at the ground to make sure I don't step in anything because it's that many people who don't pick up after their dog.
Interesting.
And there's one person with one dog that I know is sick. I know this dog is not right because every day this dog drop oatmeal on the pavement, right?
I have to eat after this.
And one time, this dog went in a way that looked like they killed another dog.
We're sure it's the same dog.
I'm positive it's the same
There's
dog.
not a disease going around.
Maybe I'm not a vet, but the fact that it's like the same amount and type every day is crazy.
I have to have some empathy for the owner in this situation. How do you clean that up?
I'm not even saying they should clean it up. I'm saying that this is my reasoning for thinking like, look, this was clearly on the ground except for this one day. The splatter pattern was insane.
Right.
And I was like, this dog was...
But no stick.
No stick.
No stick.
No stick.
And if anyone was going to poop a stick, it would be a dog.
Yeah.
Chocolate Magnum ice cream. And of course, it was a hot day, someone stepped in it, and by the end of the day, it looked like shit. Now...
This is incredible reporting.
Oh, gosh.
Just to remind you, we live in Europe. Over here, dog shit is practically native to the sidewalk. So I would like to know what was happening in our male neighbor's mind to him to be able to jump to the conclusion that the son, who is 4 years old, shat out the window instead of thinking that it was dog shit. The obvious answer is racism, but I'm still kind of curious to know how it happened.
Can you pause it?
That's it. That's my drama. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
There are aspects. Thank you so much, Hugo, for
incredible news, incredible
everything.
reporting.
That's fantastic. There is a level of racism where even in your racism, no matter who it's towards, you start to just believe they have superpowers. There is like, you know what I mean? Like there's a crazy level of like mental gymnastics you have to do for this to still be another group's fault, even when it can't possibly like it's literally what people do to, you know, Jewish people all the time, where they're like, they have lasers from space.
Yes, yeah, they're controlling
like,
the weather.
when?
Yes, yeah.
When did they? Then why haven't we been to Mars?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's things that don't even make any sense at all.
Yeah, there's a lot of it's sort of the stuff that's going on with trans people too right now. You guys call the queer left, like you call us soy boys, you say that we're weak, we're pieces of shit. How are we also then Navy SEAL level snipers?
Or just
we
like,
did not crochet the AR-15.
Or
like
the simple fact that, like, how do I put this? The simple fact that people need the people that they hate to be like everything to them. You don't ask your friends to be this many things to you.
Yes, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, I need you to be my scapegoat, but I also need you to be weak, but I also need you to be more powerful than me, but
Yes.
I also need you to hate me as much as I hate you, but I also need you to be nicer to me so I can stop hating you. It's like, it's too much to ask for any one person
It's
or group.
religious almost.
It
is all-encompassing the way that God is all-encompassing. It's everything,
Yeah.
it's nothing.
Yeah, because it's like, at a certain point, you like one of the best examples I've seen of it is whenever there's like an attack on a black person, or a black person is like murdered, there will be someone online without a doubt that's like, here's the either an identical or just around the same time. Here's it happening to a white person. Is that bad too? And then everyone's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the people who so deeply hate black people and want some sort of race war need black people to also hate them and want a race war.
Right.
And so
right.
when there are black people who are like, no, that's also bad. Especially it happened a lot in 2020 when it was like the cops also killed all these white people, but I guess you don't care about that. It's like, no, that means the cops are killing more people than we were even talking about.
Yeah,
like, I mean,
yeah.
like that sentiment, it breaks the argument up, because it's like, if you really do care about everybody, then it becomes harder and harder to paint you as like wanting this conflict as bad as someone else.
Yeah.
You know? And so I don't know, like even my friends would like send me stuff where it was like, do they think that, like in speaking of like people who were, let's say, like super transphobic or something, it's like, do they think trans people like want them to be trans? Because trans,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's never just like this person off doing their own thing. It's always like, well, then now they want me to do it too. And it's like, do you want to? Because why would no one was talking to you? Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's why we're all like, well, look, if it's so important to you, you can do it.
And then
That's
people
why
are
all
like,
gay people think all homophobes are gay, because we're like, why do you care
yeah, but
so much?
I will say though that is like unintentionally, because a lot of people do this too with anyone who has like any sort of mixed heritage, and then they're like extra like, no, I'm white, and it's like they're actually like a quarter black or something like that, and it's like it does end up scapegoating
Sure.
gay people to themselves, because then they're like, no, only we hate us, and it's like, no, those people over there.
It's harder though, because like everyone can be a little gay,
Sure.
but not everyone is a little black.
Yes.
everyone can find some gay within them.
Yes.
White people certainly try to find
Yeah.
something interesting within them, but they can't. Like on Ancestry.
Yeah.
But if you go deep enough, you can find gay. That was incredible news. Thank you, Hugo,
Yeah.
for donating. You're not racist.
Yes.
We all know that.
It's confirmed.
Purely because of your donation to patreon.com/WNWY. That is the only thing that you can do.
It's truly not. Thank you so much, listener, for listening in, being a part of this with us, hanging out with us, spending time together in communion and community with us. Thanks for being a friend.
What Josh is trying to say is
Thank
that
you
none of this helps
for
end
all
racism
of the time.
in America.
Thank you for all the
Until
time
you go to
you've been spending with us.
patreon.com/WNWY.
And we don't necessarily need your money. We want your friendship.
Absolutely.
Okay?
America has never been so poorly off. Go to patreon.com.
Thanks for listening to What's News with You, the news show about everything that's on the news. I'm Josh Johnson. That is Ashley Gavin. And this has been the show. When we don't have
I
a guest
impressed
anchor,
myself today.
Yeah, when we don't have a guest anchor, it is harder to wrap up.